let's take a look at a couple quick tips for this last assignment of the badge. And there's just a few little tricks here that might help you do something. Let's say that you're getting a number, just like we did in the last assignment, and you want to do something with that number. And this one, what we're doing is we're doing math things, right? So what if you want to add two numbers together? How would you do that? Well, you'd ask for two numbers. You'd make sure that there's an input both times. Then you might say, how to add them up. So for instance, I'm not going to do two numbers. I'm just going to do one number. This would tell me the square of whatever they put in there, right? So it's like the computer can do that in its head and say, oh, I know the answer to this problem. And we know the computer's not going to get that wrong because the computer can't get math wrong. It can't make a mistake, really, as long as it's coded to be able to do it, which it is. And then, like, I want to make an input statement, but I need to know what they think the answer is. So I need to do, like, okay, well, what is your answer? So I might say input, what is the square of num1? And then down here, I could say if the math equals the answer, print something or other. And I go to run this, and what we're going to have, if I didn't make any other stupid mistakes, oh, wow, how about that? All right, there we go. So if you read all this stuff, it says input expected at most one argument, but I got two arguments. So we put a comma inside this, and it does not like that. And so, but it thinks like it acts like it's going to work, and then all of a sudden it doesn't work. Um, so we can't put commas in our inputs, which means we can't separate numbers and variables inside an input statement. So that means that we're stuck with this like this. What is the square of num1? And then this has got to go on a different line. Like, so maybe it's just a question mark or something like that. When we run this, we get, okay, put in a number. What is the square of 4? See, so like the question worked, but the input has to be on the next line. So if you're bothered by that, then we can do one thing about that. Or you could just say, I'm not bothered by that, that's fine. And then you could just carry on. But what you could do is you can actually say in a print statement, you have a few other options. And one of them is to take out the automatic return. Like normally, the end character of a print statement is a new line. And what we're going to do here is we're going to say, no, the end character is nothing. So it takes away the new line. And then what we get is number 5. What is the square root of 5? And now we get it over on that side. So it's not changing the input to do that. It's actually just changing the print statement to do that. And now we can get input on the same line as the line before it, which is interesting. And so, yeah, so that's how you do that. And then you can make the if statement. Now, just real quick, if the math equals the answer, we know we would be right. And then if you didn't know this already, this is one way to write not equals to. So if the math does not equal the answer, the other way to do it is greater or lesser than. So it's like saying if the math is less than or greater than the answer, which means not equal to, right? So those are two different ways to say not equal to if you're trying to figure that out. All right, those are the tips for this one.